Hey everybody, how are you? Hope you've had a great week. Lots of sunshine. Hopefully you guys are all staying safe. Today's lesson on Google Docs Day 5 is mostly review. We're going to learn one new concept that you'll be looking at when you see the video, but I wanted to cover some of the things we've already done that you're probably really good at. So I wanted to give you a review before I give you today's. It's kind of like a little mini project. I'd rather do that than give you a little quiz. I know you guys are at home, but this seems to work out a lot better. So I wanted to start at the basic. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about the margins, how to change the margins in a document. So if you go to File, one of the first things you learned is how to go to your Page Setup button. And here you can change the margins. So remember, the margins are that white space between the edge of the paper and where your text actually starts. So if I wanted more space, a thicker margin, I go to File, Page Setup, and right now I've got 1 inch. Let's say I want more space. Well, if I do 1.5, you're going to see this get bigger. Watch. See how it got wider? I can go as wide as, I don't know, 3 inches, but that's probably too much of an exaggeration. So again, I wanted to show you how to change your margins again. I use this especially when I want a little more space, or maybe I went over by 1 page, or I want to make the document a little smaller. So anyway, that's how you change the margin. That's one of the first things we learned. I'm not going to go over fonts. You guys, I think, know how to do that quite well. Fonts, font size, how to make something bold, one to turn on, one to turn off. Here's your color. You can click on it as many times as you want and make the changes you need. You guys will deal with that. Next thing we learned was one of the major things we learned was how to use these alignment buttons. So if I highlight or even click anywhere within a sentence, you've got left, center, right. Again, you don't ever want to center doing this, right? I think we're all agreed on that, okay? The next thing I also showed you how to do was cut and paste. So if I wanted to move this, you can either drag and drop or you can cut and paste. So I want to show you how to do that. You can go to right click and you can cut it, or you can do edit cut, same thing, and it'll disappear. And then you click somewhere else and then you can go to edit paste. Both ways are just as good. I'm going to undo that so that you guys can see the way it was originally. So it's not very difficult. So that's how you do cut and paste. Drag and drop, just for fun, I want to show you. Sorry, that's my dog there. You select some text, and then you click right over it, and then you drag it. A little trickier to do, but I'll let you guys mess with that. The next thing we learned was the find and replace feature. Be quiet, Tweety. You go to edit, find and replace. And let's say I want to replace the word margins. I'm just going to make this up here. I go to find and replace, and I wanted to find the word margins. And I wanted to replace it with the word, I don't know, blue. And I wanted to replace all of them, and I'll do that. Or replace just one. I'll just do all of them. And notice immediately it changed the word. Again, find and replace is a very useful tool when you want to replace mistakes or something to that effect. Alignment, I want to spell check, piece of cake. Let's say misspelled margins. If you go to, let me put in a couple of spacing errors here. You go to tools, spelling and grammar. It should catch or detect your mistakes. This one's incorrect because it's recording, so it's deactivated. So again, spell check is in the tools menu. Very simple. We've done it several times. Today in the video, I'm not going to talk to you about header and page number. You guys will look at it yourself. Spacing. If I want to double space something, I like to select all usually. If I want to select the document, I'll hit Control A, and you'll see that in the notes today. And if you hit Control A, it highlights the whole document in one hit. And your spacing buttons right here, you can go double, single space, 0.1.5, whatever you want to do. So there it is. And let me just turn the buttons for numbering off. And the tab stop is one of the last things we went over in a lesson a couple days ago. So it's simple. If you want to tab or indent something, use the tab key on the keyboard. Don't use the space bar. Okay. I'm not going to go over this in your project, but this is your first line indent. It's just too tricky right now. I'm going to hold off on that. But you also have first line indent here. For now, let's just use the tab key on the keyboard. Alignment, header, I think I covered everything. If you have any questions, let me know. And call me 831-296-0355. You can text me or you can email me, and I will set up a meeting with you so we can go over these things together if you're stuck on any of these things. Okie dokie, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.